At the time of this recording, it is January 2024, and you might be thinking it's time to put your prices up for the therapy services you provide. Let's talk about that. Hello, my name is James Taylor, and this is Therapy Business School. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. For the ones who've been here before, welcome back. Now, I'm an online counsellor, hypnotherapist, hypnotherapy supervisor, and a life coach. I'm also an author, a podcaster, and a YouTuber. Now, this episode is all about putting your prices up, or how to put your prices up if you're a therapist. Now, this can cause quite a bit of uncomfortable feeling within ourselves, that the thought of putting our prices up. But looking at this very practically, you've got to. Because if the price of everything else goes up and yours stays the same, you're actually having a price cut because the cost of living is going up elsewhere. Okay, so in this video I want to cover a few questions. First of all, how to put your prices up, why you should, and most importantly, how you should deliver this news to either new clients or existing clients. Okay, so let's talk about that in more detail. So this is why you need to put your prices up. If the price of everything else is going up and yours is staying the same, like I mentioned before, you're actually on a pay cut. And what that means is that you're going to have to work harder to make the same amount of money that you would have before the rate of inflation. So this is one of the reasons why you need to put your prices up, because otherwise, if you've got to spread yourself thinner, that's going to be more stressful. So to help us figure out what you should charge, I'm going to switch over to a calculator and put that on the screen so you can see what I can see, and let's play with some numbers. Okay, so let's say you wanted to earn in a year, let's say it was £40,000. So I'll put that in the calculator. But let's say your expenses over the course of a year are £3,000. So I'm going to add £3,000 to this. Now, you may charge more and your expenses might be less, but this is just to get something on the calculator. Now, your expenses could be your transport costs, your room rental, your insurance, stationery, whatever it is, your mobile phone, whatever it is that you have expenses for in your business, that will go on there. Okay, so I'm just pulling up with £3,000. So of course the total now is £43,000. So this changes the original figure from what you would like to earn, but with the cost of the expenses, you're going to have to earn actually 43, because with the expenses taken off, you're back at 40. Okay, now let's say you wanted to see 15 clients a week. Okay, so I'm going to divide this number by 15, and let's say you wanted to work 48 weeks of the year, because no one wants to work 52. So I'm going to divide that number by 48. That's equals. That means that for every client you have, if you want to make that figure, you would have to charge that client £59.72. All right. Now, so this is now something we've got to work with. So if you do the maths with what you would like to earn and do this calculation for yourself, you'll have a better idea of how to structure, if you are doing a pay increase, if you are doing a price increase, what that price increase needs to be. That makes sense? Now, how to communicate this to your clients. Here is what I recommend you should do. With new clients, it's immediate effect. This is your price. Remember to update if your prices are anywhere online on your website, whether it's with a certain affiliate group, whether it's with a membership agency. If your prices are anywhere, get that sorted straight away. Okay, so you've decided on your price, and then implement it across, if you display your prices like in the places I've mentioned, with immediate effect. So anyone new pays that price. But what about existing clients? Well, here's what I'd recommend you do. Give 90 days grace. So if the cost of the sessions is going to be going up, Explain verbally to your clients. With the cost of inflation, I'm sure you're aware, the cost of everything is going up, and that includes the cost for running my business. So I'm having a small incremental increase in my business. So that means in 90 days time, this is what the price of the sessions will be by then. Okay. Now, another way to phrase this to your existing clients is to say, for new clients coming in, they're being charged this straight away. But because we're working together, I'm going to give you 90 days grace. And that gives us a time for you to see whether it's doable for you in that time. And if it's not, then we can work towards an ending. And if it is, it gives you a bit of time to figure out the finances for yourself. How does that seem? And have a very open and frank conversation with your client about it. Anyone who knows me knows what I'm like with elephants. I like elephants, I love them. I just don't want one in the room with me. And this is an elephant. Now, another thing I do to make sure no elephants exist, when you have the conversation with your existing client, say to the client, I'm just going to put this in an email to you as well, so we've both got a copy of it. And remember, it's not from 90 days until now, okay? As the time gets closer, within the month before the price increase, I would recommend you communicate to them again, and also probably a week beforehand. And it just gives the client enough autonomy to think, okay, I've got to do this, and I can make it work, and I've got to move a few things around, and this is now doable for me. Or actually, this is not. So what I've got 90 days, and we're going to work towards an ending with my therapist. And if things change for me, I can always go back to my therapist. So you may be uncomfortable with having a conversation like this with your existing clients, but it really is the best. And I would stress, always go for the no elephant in the room scenario if you can. It's so much better. Next week, I'm going to be talking about something else that I think you're going to really enjoy. And it's all around making assets for your business. So if you want to stick around for that, remember to do the like, the share, and the subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, this is James from Therapy Business School, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.